Good afternoon, FSClub. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the FS News Wrap-Up. Well, the weekly wrap-up is here. I can't believe another week, and we're almost actually to June. Remember, these wrap-ups will go over all the top news we had for this week, which there was a ton of news. For today, I'll be going over the Chevy Silverado 3500, plus got a little tease on the patch 1.9. Don't forget to join the club Discord to keep updated on everything like mod releases or stream schedules. Link to the Discord is down in the description, so don't forget to join that right there. Question for the week. What is your favorite truck in Farming Simulator? One rule with that question is it has to be on the mod hub. So mine would probably be the TLX 1982 from FS22. Hope it comes back for FS25. Put yours in the comment section below. Like always, if you guys are enjoying the video or you're enjoying Farming Simulator 25, don't forget to smash that like button. Also, if you're new to the channel, welcome to the club. Don't forget to hit that sub button and ring that bell. Let's roll that intro. Let's see this wrap up. Okay, so walking back and let's get straight on into this wrap up for today. The first one is some big news, especially if you are a PC player. Coming very soon from GTX is this mod right here from FS22, Easy Development Controls. If you guys don't remember what this is, this basically makes it so you can customize your maps, add money, basically do anything you want with this thing. It's going to be coming very soon to PC players. Okay, after that, we got some news from Black Sheep Modding. Some really good news. If you guys are waiting for a map from him, this looks like it's getting closer and closer to being done. The Pochne Valley, which I probably butchered that. But anyway, this will be a map that will be available for all platforms. Remember, there is no release date with this, but it's looking good, and just can't wait to actually see this actually in the game. And then speaking of maps that are getting closer and closer to being done, we also got some news from Mr. Hector about Carpathian Countryside. He's working on stage 3 out of the 4. This stage right here is going to be gameplay, new features, and new content. This is just the start of stage 3. A small one, but still a new feature, or perhaps better said, a group of together related smaller features. Is this much greater involvement of villages on the map in the gameplay. The main part of all this is possibility to buy almost any property in any of the 3 villages on the map and the land they are built on. Few areas that are meant not to be modified in any way will remain non-buyable, like the selling stations for various regions from functionality to multiplayer gameplay. So one of the things is buyable houses, so you actually be able to buy the houses and garden and all that kind of stuff. So it's gonna be pretty cool to see that actually right there. And then you have buyable commercial buildings like restaurants, pharmacy, or football field that can be purchased with land they are built on. There's not much space, if any, to build stuff, but still possible if you want to add in something like a decoration or a lamp. The main purpose, though, of buying these commercial buildings is to earn us some extra money by owning them. So if you own them, you will actually get money just like a generator does in Farming Simulator. Next, we also have buyable farmlands around production points. We also have new small factories like the piano place. So good stuff is coming soon for this map. Now, the one thing I usually say is basically a mod or map usually does not have a release date unless a modder schedule it. Well, we also got another mod that actually has a release date, and is from Custom Modding again. The Case IH 2160 Large Front Folding Trailing. It is time. Case IH 2160 will be released on June 20th. One of the most advanced detailed planters ever built for Farming Simulator is almost here. Testing begins soon, and they are getting everything ready for launch. So like I said, guys, this will be coming out on June the 20th. Kind of made a deadline for themselves, huh? Then we also heard news from BC Buer this week. Remember, BC Buer and South Sass Modding were the people that made Edgewater. Well, guess what? We kind of have like an Edgewater 2.0 going to be coming soon from BC Buer. So with the announcement of the Plains and Prairies DLC, he figured we need a good map to put the equipment from the DLC to use. The location he chose from this map is roughly 2.5 hour drive from the factory where the tractors in the DLC are made. He's been using Map 4FS so far to get to where he is now, and he's added some roads, the town on the top right, and the farmyard on the left side of the map, as the location is somewhat in the middle of nowhere and has only an abandoned farm in the map area in real life. He picked this area because he's driven all the roads through it in real life, and he really likes the topography of the area and the different shapes of the fields around the map. If you liked Edgewater and FS22, he thinks you'll like this map as it's similar but different. He plans on incorporating all the gameplay elements that made Edgewater such a unique experience, like customized crops and more realistic weather for the area. He's also added some other unique ideals for the starting farm and a few other things, but he'll wait to share those once he has them all set up. So looking good, and if you guys are waiting for like an Edgewater, BC Bueller's got you covered. And seems like we just got more and more mapping news this week, because we also got some news from Puma 145, and this one's from Macy right here. Elm Creek has been completed. He said it dragged on a bit, but there are still changes that they were planning on for the first update. For better gameplay, they have added them now. So Elm Creek is done, going to be coming out to all platforms. Then we also got an update from Chabalki on his Iowa Plains view. As you guys see from right here, some screenshots from the Iowa Plains map looking really good, especially like in wintertime, things change. I like how mappers actually do that. He also added a new feature. He's managed to add one cool addition to the Iowa Plains map, production of pancakes, but it is not a very simple production. He has included quite a few components that are needed to make pancakes. First, you need a maple tree from which to collect maple sap. There he made a maple forest where buckets were placed for collecting the sap. Next, the sap goes to be processed in the evaporator, which will be placeable, and for evaporation you need firewood, which you can produce again in a sawmill or, like other components, buy at a much higher price in the local Plains market. That's where we get the maple syrup. Of course, we then distribute it to the pancake house, where in the end we get delicious pancakes with maple syrup. So it's gonna be fun to actually make this on that map. Then also, we can expect hopefully this next week to finally get the next patch, which will hopefully fix precision farming. Some of that lag stuttering you get on multiplayer, at least I get that on multiplayer. But anyways, 1.9 is just around the corner, and they said get ready for new fixes, improvements, and more. So there we go. Okay, after that we got some news from Rooster Mods. Project status update on his John Deere 825 row crop cultivator. So the John Deere 825 is turning out to be the most customizable weeder ever made in Farming Simulator, but also very complex to put together. The amount of options that are being crammed into one tool has turned out to be a bit more challenging than he anticipated, but he is working through it. There's a lot under the hood being done, so it's not easy to tell what all has been changing. However, all of the work is resulting in the potential for a really cool mod. So what's going on with it? To start with, 30, 36, 38, and 40-inch spacing options, this cultivator should be able to find a place in many different kinds of crops. Hope you southern US guys and cotton farmers can get excited for this. Soil animations are up and active now, along with sounds and a few other things. They are super excited for us all to get our hands on this. It's very complex mod right here, and I know a lot of you guys can't wait for this. Now onto the last piece of news for this wrap up is from Agro about the Lizard Silverado 3500, the Chevy Silverado 3500. It is done and has been sent off for testing on the mod up. Now we just have to wait. So some of the specifications on this. Power, it has optional 401 horsepower with 8 gears, 445 horsepower with 10 gears, 550 horsepower with 6 forward gears, all with manual or automatic transmission options. Top speed is 140 kilometers for the 8 and 10 gear versions, and 180 kilometers per hour for the 10 gear versions. Optional Continental Michelin tires for various sizes, 7 models of the rim, optional for gasoline and diesel engine sound, 2 models for the front of the vehicle, 4 models of front bumpers, 2 models of side fenders, optional standard and raised suspension, optional side steps, 4 window tints, optional single and dual exhaust, optional LED headlights and grille with headlights on the truck roof, 3 variations of interior color, 2 options for the center console, 4 options for width of the axle, options for selecting individual colors for the bodywork, suspension, front grille, mirrors, door handles, hood trim, bumper, fender, and wheels. So just a few options right there. Also, it will be coming with a standard bed, which of course will be able to put on a roll cage for individual color selection, optional boxes, 2 fender models and 1 dually, 2 decal options, optional fixed hitch, adjustable 5th wheel and gooseneck. Then you also have a flatbed, and then you had to have a short service body too on that one. So a lot of different kind of options you have with this truck when it finally does come out. Well, there was the wrap up for today. Like I said, guys, there's a lot of news and a lot of stuff to actually be excited for coming very soon. Okay, what is today's schedule? Today's schedule, guys, we do have a live stream, and that is at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Hopefully I see every single one of you guys in there. Like always, if you guys did enjoy the wrap up, make sure you guys hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, welcome to the club. Don't forget to hit that sub button and ring that bell. I'll see you guys tonight. Have a good day, guys. Peace.